Lost in Space launched viewers into a world of danger, adventure, and unforgettable sci-fi imagination. For millions of fans, this classic series became a journey they never forgot. But after 61 years, time has changed everything. Many of the actors who brought the series to life are no longer with us, leaving behind final goodbyes that still feel bittersweet for fans today. Now, let's look back at the Batman cast, then and now. Guy Williams was born in 1924 in New York City. He was 41 when he played Dr. John Robinson. Smooth, steady, and built like a classic space-age leading man, Williams gave the Jupiter 2 a captain who looked ready for anything the galaxy threw at him. Before families knew him as John Robinson, Williams had already been a Saturday night hero as Disney's Zorro. He died in 1989 at age 65 after suffering a brain aneurysm. Dr. Robinson was the calm voice when everything got wonderfully strange. Aliens, space storms, runaway robots. Williams played it all with that straight-faced 1960s adventure charm that made the chaos feel safe. Jonathan Harris was born in 1914 in the Bronx, New York. He was 50 when he played Dr. Zachary Smith. Fussy, dramatic, and shamelessly terrified of danger, Harris gave the Jupiter 2 its funniest problem passenger. Dr. Smith started closer to a villain, but Harris leaned into the cowardice, the sarcasm, and the grand little tantrums that fans ended up loving. He died in 2002 at age 87 after suffering a blood clot to the heart. The show would not feel the same without Smith insulting the robot or panicking at the worst possible moment. Harris made him annoying, hilarious, and oddly lovable. Pure retro sci-fi trouble in a velvet voice. Mark Goddard was born in 1936 in Lowell, Massachusetts. He was 29 when he played Major Don West. Sharp, brave, and always ready to push back, Goddard gave the Jupiter 2 its action man energy whenever space got too strange. Goddard stayed close to the fans for decades, while also working as an actor, teacher, and author. He died in 2023 at age 87 after a battle with pulmonary fibrosis. Don West brought a little heat to the family-friendly sci-fi adventure. Goddard made him loyal, impatient, and refreshingly direct. The guy most likely to say what everyone else was thinking. Angela Cartwright was born in 1952 in Altrincham, England. She was 13 when she played Penny Robinson. Curious, sweet, and wide-eyed in the best 1960s sci-fi way, Cartwright gave the Jupiter 2 its young dreamer. Cartwright moved beyond child stardom into photography, writing, art, and occasional fan appearances. As of 2026, she is 73 years old and mostly lives away from regular acting. Penny made the space adventure feel more innocent. Cartwright gave her wonder, fear, and real kid energy, so every alien world felt like both a danger and a strange new discovery. Marta Kristen was born in 1945 in Oslo, Norway. She was 20 when she played Judy Robinson. Beautiful, calm, and very much the glamorous older sister of the Jupiter 2, Kristen brought a soft human touch to all the space-age madness. Kristen remained warmly connected to Lost in Space fans, with later appearances, interviews, and convention events celebrating the show's cult legacy. As of 2026, she is 81 years old and has mostly stepped back from acting. Judy was often the quietest Robinson, but Kristen gave her grace and warmth. In a show full of robots, monsters, and flashing control panels, she helped keep the family feeling human. Michael Rennie was born in 1909 in Idle, West Yorkshire, England. He was 56 when he played the Keeper. Tall, polished, and quietly mysterious, Rennie brought an elegant alien presence to the Jupiter 2's strange little universe. Rennie was already a sci-fi favorite thanks to The Day the Earth Stood Still, where his calm voice made the unknown feel almost majestic. He died in 1971 at age 61 after suffering from emphysema. The Keeper had that old-school space visitor vibe, graceful, unsettling, and just a bit too calm. Rennie made him feel like someone who knew more about the galaxy than he was willing to say. Albert Salmi was born in 1928 in Brooklyn, New York. He was 38 when he played Captain Alonzo P. Tucker. Rough, loud, and full of frontier-style bluster, Salmi gave the sci-fi setting a surprisingly rowdy Western flavor. Salmi worked for years in television and film, often playing tough, unstable, or hard-edged men. He died in 1990 at age 62 in a murder-suicide. Captain Tucker felt like trouble dropped straight into outer space. Salmi made him big, messy, and unpredictable, giving the episode a different kind of danger from the usual robots and alien machines. Warren Oates was born in 1928 in Depoy, Kentucky. He was 37 when he played Jimmy Hapgood. Scruffy, restless, and full of offbeat charm, Oates made the space cowboy idea feel weirdly perfect. Oates later became a cult favorite in gritty films like The Wild Bunch, Two-Lane Blacktop, and Bring Me the Head of Alfredo Garcia. He died in 1982 at age 53 after suffering a heart attack. Jimmy Hapgood brought a dusty human spark into all the silver-suited sci-fi. Oates had that loose, unpredictable energy that made even a strange space adventure feel a little more real. Michael Ansara was born in 1922 in a small village in Syria. He was 43 when he played the ruler. Deep-voiced, commanding, and naturally intense, Ansara gave the alien world a serious edge that cut through the show's colorful space weirdness. Ansara built a long career in film, television, and voice work, often bringing authority to warriors, leaders, and mysterious outsiders. He died in 2013 at age 91 after a battle with Alzheimer's disease. The ruler felt like someone who belonged beyond Earth. Ansara had that rare presence where one look and one line could make the whole planet feel more dangerous. Strother Martin was born in 1919 in Kokomo, Indiana. He was 47 when he played Naram. Nervy, odd, and wonderfully twitchy, Martin brought his strange little spark into the Jupiter 2's retro sci-fi playground. Martin became one of those character actors who could make any scene more interesting, especially in westerns, dramas, and offbeat roles. He died in 1980 at age 61 after suffering a heart attack. Naram gave Martin room to be weird in the best way. His voice, his timing, and his uneasy energy made the episode feel more colorful, like space had room for every kind of strange personality. Michael J. Pollard was born in 1939 in Passaic, New Jersey. He was 26 when he played the boy. Small, nervous, and almost childlike on screen, Pollard gave the role a strange innocence that fit the show's dreamlike space adventure mood. Pollard later became a cult favorite, especially after his Oscar-nominated role in Bonnie and Clyde. He died in 2019 at age 80 after suffering cardiac arrest. The boy had that odd, fragile quality Pollard could do so well. He made the character feel lost, curious, and slightly unreal. Exactly the kind of visitor who belonged in the Jupiter 2's strange galaxy. Werner Klemperer was born in 1920 in Cologne, Germany. He was 46 when he played Bolix. Precise, fussy, and wonderfully suited to oddball sci-fi comedy, Klemperer brought a familiar comic sharpness into the galaxy. Klemperer was best known to TV audiences as Colonel Klink on Hogan's Heroes, where his stiff authority became part of the joke. He died in 2000 at age 80 after a battle with cancer. Bolix had that strange visitor energy the series loved so much. Klemperer made him funny, formal, and just a little ridiculous, the kind of character who felt right at home in a retro space adventure. June Lockhart was born in 1925 in New York City. She was 40 when she played Maureen Robinson. Warm, composed, and quietly brave, Lockhart gave the Jupiter 2 its steady mother figure through all the cosmic trouble. Lockhart had already been beloved from Lassie, and her gentle authority made her a perfect fit for family adventure television. She died in 2025 at age 100, passing peacefully in her sleep. Maureen Robinson kept the family side of the story alive. Lockhart made her calm, caring, and strong without needing big speeches, the kind of presence that made outer space feel a little more like home. Bill Mumy was born in 1954 in San Gabriel, California. He was 11 when he played Will Robinson. Bright, curious, and full of kid genius energy, Mumy made Will the young heart of the Jupiter 2. Mumy stayed connected to sci-fi and pop culture for decades through acting, music, writing, and fan appearances. As of 2026, he is 72 years old and still warmly remembered by classic television fans. Will Robinson gave the show its sense of wonder. Mumy made him smart, brave, and believable as the kid who could talk to the robot and still look amazed by every strange new world. Thanks for watching. If Lost in Space brought back memories, don't forget to subscribe and stay with us for more classic then and now journeys.